Greetings and salutations and welcome to Illegitimate Legends, the show where I like to talk about some of the more unusual League of Legends builds. And today we are taking a very quick look at a Support Karthus build, or rather a number of Support Karthus builds, because there's actually a lot of ways you can do it. Way number 1. Build AP and poke with lay waste. Basically your mid lane Karthus without taking up the mid lane slot, and able, of course, to provide fire support for your AD carry, as well as ults the entire map. You know, you're still Karthus once you hit level 6, which will take longer than usual because you're in bottom lane. You'll be able to provide assistance to anyone everywhere, getting yourself all the assistance and the extra gold that you could possibly want. Okay. That's boring. Build number 2. You're going to build pure support. You're going to get aura items and other nonsense. What you do then is you aid in defending your ally and getting them the extra kills with your Wall of Pain. Your Wall of Pain is actually a fantastic slow and ripping 15% of the enemy's magic resistance. Kind of very useful. If you're going to do it this way, team up with a Cogmore, or team up with a Teemo, because they're AD carries that have magic damage, and so your wall will be of most benefit to those people. The last option is the option that I actually played the most, and enjoyed the most, strangely enough. This is the Sacrificial Lamb option. Max your Defile. Defile is your aura of death. I like to call it the love nest because I like inviting people into my love nest and have them slowly bleed to death. I don't know why, it's just something I'm into. You might be different. So you get your love nest and you level it up, and you level that up primarily and secondarily level Wall of Pain. Wall of Pain is still a very useful skill no matter who you are, and basically, when it comes to any fight, you just dive in there and be lovely. If you've got the correct items for this, you'll be dealing approximately 100 magic damage per second. That's not a huge amount, I understand, but you will actually take a lot of damage that your team doesn't want to take. You deliberately die taking abilities and taking auto attacks that could have been directed on more damaging members of your team, and when you're dead you're still useful. Your aura, let's find the right word for this, your aura defiles a particular team fight. The enemy team hate that. They won't notice it, but if 5 enemies are in your aura, each taking 100 damage a second, that's working out at about 500 damage per second. You throw your wall in, you slow all the enemies, and allow your magic damaging teammates to do massive extra damage. Sure, you're dead, and you're not getting the most, you're not getting the kills yourself. It just won't happen for the most part. You might get 1 or 2, but thing is, you don't want to be getting kills. You want to be on such a massive death streak that your death is worthless for the enemy team. You also want to be getting about 1 assist per death, so don't get me wrong, don't deliberately die to towers and die to champions constantly, because that is still feeding. But you can have a massive impact on any fight simply by, in some strange way, tanking some of it, and in the rest of the strange way, just being a corpse. As for how you build this, I build a combination of support and AP. There's probably better ways you could achieve this particular goal, but I found that when I was supporting as Karthus, this is what I wanted to build. Started with my Heart of Gold, because building toward that Heart of Gold is really good. If you've got support masteries, you can get the 2 items that build into it, the regen bead and little magic regeneration pendant that goes without a name in my memory for some reason. Get those 2, buy 2 wards, because you're a support. you buy lots of wards. If you don't have 2 wards on the map at all points in time, you're letting your team down and you should cry. Once you've got that built, you don't want to upgrade your Heart of Gold into Elisa's Miracle until the very, very end game. There's just no point. So at that point, start on your next gold-giving item, your Cage's Lucky Pick. You don't want to take any farm, consequently you want to make gold other ways. Get your Cage's Lucky Pick, and turn that immediately into the Shard of True Ice. That slow aura synergizes very well with your own aura and can be used if you want to aid your teammates. Then go into Shoes. Magic Penetration is probably your best choice here, but you could also consider Movement Speed, or some sort of Magic Resist or Armor Shoes. You know, if you're into surviving the fights, which I really wasn't, let's be honest. From this point on, go full... Like, there's multiple ideas in my head for how you can do this. You can either go immediately into a Riley's Crystal Scepter, because adding slow to Defile is amazing. It really is. Yes, it's a damage over time, so it's not a full slow, but it means that you can get in the way of the enemies that are trying to take out your AD carry and just constantly be slowing them. Just standing right in front of them, taking any skill shots they shoot at your AD carry, and just being, I'm in your way and I'm going to stay in your way until you kill me or we leave. Or you can go into the ever so vitally important, the Runic Bulwark. Definitely get that at some point in your build, because you're playing support bottom lane. That's what you need to be doing with your life. But when you get it, I'm not really sure, because there are other items that I want, but I also recognize that it is one of the most overpowered items in the game and you need to get it. You're gonna have to come up with builds on your own with this one. I'm sorry, I don't have any clear idea with what to do, because there's so many ways you can support with Karthus. But the important thing is, you can support with Karthus. Thank you all for watching, and good night.